Chrissie Swan Show.
Pinch and a punch for the first of the month, Jack.
Oh, yes, Swanee. Although it doesn't count after midday, does it?
Oh.
I don't think you can physically touch me or punch me, but I'll take the comment.
And look, regardless of the time of day, I don't think HR would be well and truly behind me pinching or punching you on any day at any time.
A little friendly one I'm okay with.
A little friendly tap.
I consent.
It is a very exciting day because 10K a day in May is back.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is get your little sottovoce, that's Italian, on any show, any shift on Nova, and you are automatically in the draw for $10,000 every single day of this month.
I like 10K a day because you get a daily winner. You get that instant gratification with Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel every day.
I know, it's the equivalent of a TikTok video.
Yeah, it really is.
You just get it, you get it.
Hey, next, someone's going to get a VIP Specsavers voucher and $250 cash in I Spy.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We are about to give away a deluxe Specsavers voucher on the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova. Will it be to you, Emily?
I Spy with my little eye. Chrissie Swan's I Spy. Thanks to Specsavers.
I spy with my little eye a cat with an IV drip in its little paw. Is that right, Emily?
Yes.
You know, you must have seen the saddest and also the most heartwarming moments there at the vet surgery that you work at.
Quite a lot. Pretty much every day.
Yeah. I think that's the thing I'd like the most about working in a vet's is seeing the love for the animals from the owners.
What's the most common animal you see, Emily?
I'd probably say dogs. We see plenty of dogs, but it's mostly dogs and cats.
Specifically,
and a mixture of rats.
Rats?
Yeah, we actually have a rat here today, so that's been fun.
Oh, just set a trap.
Oh, God, I was going to say, you don't want to come to the Nova building. We deal with rats very, very differently.
We do.
All right, Emily, this is just like a proper, traditional, old-fashioned game of I Spy. You and me and Jack are in the car and we're bored, and we finished our minties. And so we're looking for something else to play, all right? So we are anywhere in the world. And
okay.
And as soon as you know what I spy, you've got to jump in, Em. Hop in the car. I spy with my little eye something beginning with P. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. And oh, my God, we're actually not in a car. We're on camels.
Oh.
The closest city here is Gaza.
Oh, God.
Did aliens have something to do with this, or was it manpower?
Pyramids?
It is the pyramids! Have you ever been to the pyramids?
Unfortunately not. No.
I would love to go. There's so many conspiracies around them, how they were built.
I know, and imagine the Instagram picture you could get.
Stunning. Even better than Coachella.
Specsavers voucher and $250 cash for you, Em. And you could also be 10K richer because you're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Need a doctor today? Skip the waiting room. Speak to an Instant Scripts doctor online. Visit instantscripts.com.au. Managing your health made easy with Priceline Pharmacy.
Learn more at priceline.com.au. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Guess what else is big on TikTok at the moment?
What?
A story regarding a woman whose daughter said, I think there's monsters in the walls.
Ooh.
And on closer inspection found that the walls were full of bees.
Oh, I'd take the monster over the bees.
And when I say full of bees, I mean those buggers had moved in. They had built their new colony. They were like, possession is 9/10 of the law. It was like a bad current affairs story. When you see those tenants that go, nope, I'm not moving.
And it's always a brown timber wall. They're never white or plastered. They're always old school.
Exactly. I don't know the exact number of bees, but it's hundreds of thousands.
Right.
Like it's so many bees. This is how it started, the first installment on TikTok.
I can hear the stickiness of the bees.
Hear that buzzing?
Yeah, they're getting ready. And there's honey all over the ceiling. And honey. We've been cleaning it up left and right. Yeah, sticky.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, that oozy, sticky goo that happens in Ghostbusters?
I also feel like she could have turned this around, Swanee, and started making her own, like, honey and made a business out of this before calling the people to come and take it.
Well, yeah, that's a very hipster thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think, I agree with you, except they were in the walls of her house.
And I guess when your daughter's thinking there's a monster in there, you've got to address
And also, have you ever been stung by a bee?
I don't think I have.
It really hurts.
I don't. Actually, no, maybe I did as a kid, yeah. As a kid, I think I've been.
I stood on one in my grandma's front lawn once. It hurt like crazy. I could not believe the pain.
And often, like, I know people that have found out they're properly allergic to bees via being stung and you end up in the ER.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's very, very serious. 13 24 10. What have you found in your walls?
Oh, I like this.
We can have another instalment from this poor woman who, it turns out, the insurance doesn't even cover this, and her house has been dismantled.
You would think that's a ton of bees, but actually it only takes a couple bees and a swarm that you may not be able to see to become a colony. That's 50,000 bees. This is 8 months of work, the beekeeper said. This is 100 pounds of honeycomb and honey.
It's 50 kilos of a honeycomb. I mean, they're really miraculous what they do, bees.
It's pretty incredible.
But I wish that they wouldn't do it in her wall. And if you're listening, bees, don't try it at my place too, because I'd have to sell.
Yeah,
I
you would.
I would just have to go, no, they have moved in and therefore I have to move out.
Have you found anything in your walls before?
Well, I have. A house that it had a large cavity under the house, and the walls went all the way down, right? And you could see under the house all the way up and down, right? So they were, I guess, hollow is what is the word I'm after. There was this god-awful smell, the worst smell ever, and it was the middle of summer, and I thought, God, what is that smell? And it got worse and worse, and then all of a sudden there were maggots on the floor, and I thought, oh!
The kids have killed someone.
Exactly.
Little Jimmy's behind it.
Anyway, with much trepidation, I followed my nose under the house, and in the wall was a huge dead possum.
Yeah, yucky.
And it had been there stuck and dead for ages, long enough for it to rot and for me to first know of his demise by the odour in my living room.
Foul. Who invented possums, by the way? We don't need them.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Talking what was in your wall, a woman in America heard some buzzing, and of course her daughter drew the conclusion that it was monsters, which I love. And it sort of was. It was actually a colony of 50,000 bees.
That is a lot of bees.
It is so many bees.
And a lot of yummy honey too.
But a local, I love honey, do you?
Same, yeah.
Oh,
I never eat it though. I never go for it. I don't know why.
you really must, because a piece of toast with butter and honey is like the best. And creamed honey. Have you ever tried creamed honey?
Yes.
I'd forgotten about creamed honey.
I only would get creamed honey when at a cafe. Like, I would treat that as a specialty.
You can get it from the supermarket.
Yeah,
I
I need
believe
to get
the brand is Barnes.
Yum.
Yum. I'm going to get that. That is on the list after work. But we digress. What have you found in your walls? Ella?
Yes.
This is horrific.
Yeah. We heard all this scuttling in our walls once, and then it stopped one day, and it was really weird. And a few months later, we were cleaning out like our front porch, and my dad pulled a bit of the roof down, and these 2 possum carcasses just fell out.
Oh my God. At what stage of decomposition? Sorry, my true crime, my forensics are coming out, Ella. At what stage of decomposition were these mummified possums?
Well, yeah, they looked mummified. They were like completely shriveled up and dried out. It was quite horrifying. And I was quite young at the time. I was probably like 11 or 12, and there were just these 2 carcasses at my feet.
You never forget your first mummified possum.
You don't.
And particularly you don't forget how their eyes and gums look.
Yucky.
It's like burnt on your memory forever.
As Jamie Lynn would say, trauma.
It is
That
totally.
is trauma. Ella, you're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day, which means Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel could be calling you this afternoon with 10 grand.
Kate, you've had buzzing walls. What was in there?
Hey guys. It was European wasp.
I mean, are they worse than bees, Y/N?
Well, so my husband couldn't hear the humming, and I heard it for days. So I left the light on, and at 9 o'clock, the whole swarm had come into the house. And 2 months prior to this, I actually stood on a European wasp nest and was stung 50 times. So the trauma when I saw those wasps flying around the room,
I'm sorry, Kate.
Worst nightmare.
50. Are you saying 50,
Yeah.
Jack? 50 times?
Yeah, so I ended up in we were shifting cows. One of the cows stood in a nest, and I
As you
walked
do.
over the top of it. Yeah, and they got me all through my clothes. I must have knocked them off in my head because I had barbs stuck in my scalp that they had to pull out in the hospital.
Kate, that is the worst stinging story I've ever heard.
Did you just want to end it?
Yeah. So when my husband walked into the house and saw those wasps, and I was outside at 9 o'clock at night, we fumigated that room pretty bad. It was not great to sleep.
Oh, you would have wanted to move out. You can't risk that again. Ashley, you found old love notes.
I did.
Oh, how
We moved
old?
into-
How old were they?
Very old, to the point they were yellow. Like, when you're in primary school trying to make your letters look old with tea bags. They were very old, yellow and, beautiful cursive writing.
And what did they say? What declarations of love? Can you remember any of the
Honestly,
content?
their cursive writing was so intense I could not tell. But it was
Hate that.
black and white photos of them, looked like from the war, stuck behind our wardrobe when we tried to fill it.
Oh, wow. God, that is old.
Any nudes, Ashley?
Oh, God, no.
No, that would have been...
That would be scary.
Absolutely. Neck to ankle for the sauciness.
Yeah.
Shannon,
Ashley, you're in the draw
Yeah.
for Nova's 10K a day. Shannon.
Yes.
what did you find in your
Well,
wall?
common theme with possums. However, our possum was replaced by a 5.5-foot python who snacked on said possum. And had to be removed.
Okay. When you found the snake, did it have the possum inside it?
Yes.
Epic.
And it's you said it was 5 feet long, which isn't that long. How thick was it? Like an orange?
A grapefruit? Grapefruit. Yeah.
Who do you call
Yeah,
when
what do
there's
you
a
do?
python? Yeah.
Well, we called the local, Pete the Possum Man, his name is, but Possum, no longer needed Pete, but he took care of the snake anyway.
Wow. God. No, see, I don't like snakes either.
Oh, see, I feel like that's kind of interesting to find, though. And I feel like with, possums inside a snake, the snake's not going to go at you too quickly. It's full.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been fed.
It sounds like a perverse nursery rhyme. Like, what if the possum had eaten a mouse? And then, Gary, let's finish with you. What did you find when you were renovating your bathroom?
Hi, Chrissie. Thank you. We were renovating a bathroom, and it was a very old bathroom, so it had the old Laminex that ran up almost to the ceiling. There was a gap at the top, and then when we pulled it all out, it was full of literally hundreds of used condoms, packets, wrappings, old disposable razor blades, little pieces of soap. So they just shoved them all up. And we found out later on that the lady that used to live there was a working girl, bless her, and that's where she was obviously disposing of everything.
Oh, God, I wish that there was CCTV footage back then.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking and then I'll tell you what we're laughing about.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
We are going to talk about Melissa McCarthy and Barbara Streisand and Randy Lyons. But first, I just got another notification from Leo Score, my 15-year-old. He's got another detention. And I'm just dismayed. And I said to you, Jack, he's got 3 detentions this week. And you said...
What an icon.
Oh, my God.
That means he's a fun kid who's going to do well in life. And I can relate to Leo.
Tom
He's agreeing.
is agreeing.
I got one detention in year 7 and I cried.
Think about how many I would have had when we were at school together, Tom. And look, I turned out all right.
You did turn out all right, but 3 in 1 week is really pushing it.
What do you say back to this? Like, when they reach out to you, do they want you to then go back to them, or do they want you to go back and go home and get angry at Leo? Like, what's the point of telling
Well,
you?
I think they probably expect both, and they get neither.
Which we love.
All right, let's go clicking. I promised you that we would talk about Barbara Streisand and Melissa McCarthy. 2 icons. She has been snapped at an event. Melissa McCarthy, I mean. She
Yes.
looks fabulous, resplendent in pastel green, head to toe.
Yeah.
And Barbara Streisand has seen the photograph on Insta and has commented, "Give him my regards," the guy that she's being photographed with. "Give him my regards. Did you take Ozempic?" And
All in one sentence.
all in one sentence. And of course, you know, she's been slammed because that is this is what happens in our times.
Yeah.
She's gone. Barbara has then gone to Instagram to apologise and said, "I went on Instagram to see the photos and I just wanted to pay her a compliment. She looked fantastic. I forgot the world is reading." I think she thought it was just a DM.
Oh, she's done what Kathy Hilton does, because Kathy Hilton does that. She comments on Paris's Instagram saying, "Paris, please call me as a matter of urgency. Rick, or your dad can't get home." Or like, she does things like that.
I mean, the older generation, particularly older women on social media, is a file that I would like to open because it is heaven. But old people generally don't know. I mean, she's 82.
Barbara.
Yes. Barbara is 82. So
Right.
let's cut her some slack.
Let's cut her some slack.
You know, equally like, you know, my uncle when I'd go and see him and he was about the same age and he'd go, "Are you Pat's daughter? Geez, you're a big girl."
Oh, you're a big girl.
They don't know what they're saying. Melissa McCarthy was stopped afterwards by a Paps and Melissa is not sweating it.
Do you think Barbara was out of line for what she asked?
I think Barbara is a treasure and I love her.
All right.
There you go.
I often say to my friends jokingly, like, "Oh, you're an Ozempic." And they're like, "Thank you so much."
Like, it's a great
Yeah.
compliment. How do you is it a tablet?
Injection.
No, it's an injection.
It's an injection.
See, that would be the main reason I could never do it.
Yeah, you have to stand in the mirror and get a bit of your belly and...
No, and see, I'd be the same for like fertility treatment.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it for that reason. I couldn't, my body wouldn't let me do it. So I dips me lid to anyone that has to do that. I did promise you also a story about Randy Lyons.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this.
Some people were in a safari truck, as you do when you're on safari. It's very exciting. Have you ever done it?
Never.
It's really cool.
Did you get to do it when you were on the jungle?
I did. It was the
Yeah.
best and only good part of the jungle is before we went in, we were given a couple of safaris, actually, and it was really, really great. You see lions in the wild. And by in the wild, I mean doing the wild thing. Listen to these 2 lions that jumped on top of the car.
They almost sound like whales at times.
They do. And thank God children are generally not allowed on safaris because the questions that would come from that. Mum, what are they doing? What is that big pink thing? What is happening? Why is the big lion on top of the little... Yeah, no questions. No questions. Are we going to enjoy the turtles doing it?
We should. Shout out to our mate Dino, who introduced us to this many years ago, Swanee. I think we named him Brendan on an old show we worked on. Chrissie, Salmon Brownie.
Dino named this turtle Brendan, and Brendan's having a very good time. It's his birthday, and he's just got his favourite cake.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Here we are, rolling into 3 o'clock, and I forgot to make my cup of tea, my 3 p.m. beverage.
Did you have your 2 p.m. beverage?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I know, I'm losing my mind.
You have been up very early today, so that's probably why it slipped you.
I have. What is going on with me? We've got a huge hour for you. Everyone that gets on air gets in the draw for 10K a day in May, which is an unbelievable prize.
So exciting. Every afternoon at around 5 o'clock, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel will be calling someone with 10K.
What would you do with 10K now and you can't say pay off your $25,000 credit card debt?
Oh.
It has to be something else.
I want a new car.
Do you?
Yeah. I've had mine for 3 or 4 years. I'm ready for something different.
And what do you want that's completely beyond your means?
A Porsche.
Yeah, of course you do.
13, 24, 10.
Are you
Next.
joking?
No, I really want a Porsche. A black. We'll talk about it off air. I'll show you some photos.
You are ridiculous.
Chrissie's Quizzies next.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
How are you?
Describe your surrounds to me. I want to be where you are.
I am currently sitting in my car, pulled over in a bit of a car park. It's actually facing a bottle shop, so...
Oh, what are you going to get?
Nothing. I work in my car on the road, so that's why I'm here right now.
So does Jack, and it doesn't stop him from going to the
Pulled
bottle
over for
shop.
the show.
It's knock-off time.
And Brad. Hello, Bradley.
Good afternoon, Chrissy. How are you?
It is. Have I assumed that it's Bradley? Because the last time I did that, I was corrected, and it was actually Bradford.
Oh, it's definitely Bradley.
It is
It's on the
Bradley.
couple. Brad
Right.
is a good nickname.
And I reckon you were born in in the 70s.
Way too young.
86.
86. A late onset, Bradley. All right, let's go. Your names are your buzzers, Lauren and Bradley. And it's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. I'm just laughing at Brad's little giggle when I said the 70s. Question number 1. Meghan Markle and the Royals have both released what kind of spread this week? It is the fight of the little glass jar. Yes, Lauren?
I feel like it would be a jam.
It is a jam. It is a jam. It is the Royals jam. Question number 2. According to a common saying, where do nice guys finish?
Brad.
Yes, Brad.
Oh, they would have finished last.
Brad, is this a problem that you face? Are you a nice guy that finishes last?
Not at all.
I mean,
What?
I don't want to.
Can I say it?
Well, in my, experience,
They do finish last.
guys finish first. Nice guys. Question number 3. A year ago today, Taylor released this song as the 3rd single from Midnight. Yes! On the weekend.
Can we put this back in rotation,
Yeah,
Scott?
we've got to. It's the one song that Jack and I agree on. All right, what is it called?
Lauren.
Yes, Lauren.
Karma.
Correct.
Yeah, girl.
Question number 4. Qantas had an issue with their app this morning. What was it? I did not know this either.
Well, it's pretty bad.
Customers have been getting access to other passengers' information on their app.
Yeah, so when you opened up your frequent flyer app, all of the sudden, all of these other, what's it called? Boarding passes with other people's names were appearing on your screen.
Oh, my God.
Sucks to be an airline these days. Like, they just can't get it right.
And it sucks to be doing something a little bit sneaky, huh?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, who cares?
Yeah, true.
Question number 5. What is the score check, Jack?
2 points to Lauren, 1 point to Brad. Lauren, this is for the win.
Norwood.
I know.
Norwood is a suburb in which state?
Brad.
Yes, Brad.
South Australia.
Correct. Question number 6. What does STI stand for? They used to be called STDs back in the olden days. Brad, you would know, being
Lauren.
born in the 70s. Yes, Lauren?
Sexually transmitted infection.
Correct, Lauren.
Yes.
And with that slightly off-colour answer, you have won a bum bag.
And you're also both in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. So make sure you keep it on Nova for Ricky, Lee, Tim and Joel, because they could be calling you at around, I reckon, 5 p.m, Swanee.
Exciting.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Meghan Trainor, is she one of yours? She's one of mine.
I'm neither here nor there on her. I think I like her though. I'm not obsessed with her music, but I like her.
I feel like I would like her if I met her.
Yeah, she seems fun.
Yeah, and I know that Ricky Lee, who we love, loves Meghan Trainor, and that's enough of a stamp of approval for me.
Yeah, I like that. We like that Ricky likes her, and I like that she's kind of close with Kris Jenner, because Kris Jenner's fun.
Oh, well, she's absolutely one of yours. She's got a real style. Anyway, she was on the Kelly Clarkson show. another fabulous woman.
Yes.
And Kelly Clarkson does this fabulous thing on her show where, because she's got the pipes.
Oh, you mean karaoke?
Karaoke, where she sings a song with her guest, but it's the guest's song. So no one's singing, a Kelly Clarkson song. Kelly is singing their song, which is a nice and humble thing to do.
That is.
So Meghan Trainor went on and they sang All About That Bass.
Because I'm all about that bass,
That's Kelly. I mean, come on. And behind the scenes, Meghan Trainor was like, I am freaking out because I have to sing with Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, that would be pretty amazing. Also, Swanee, do you know how old that song is now?
Oh, it's 10 years. I saw it on the link.
How crazy is that?
I saw it. When she said, I'm singing this song because it's the 10-year anniversary, I was like, what?
What? I feel like that was released 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Oh, we're getting old. She's also been on the Drew Barrymore show, another one of my queens.
Hey, they've taken Charlie's Angels off Netflix and I'm not happy. Anyway, we'll get to that later.
I mean, you should have it on DVD from Sanity.
Oh, I do, but obviously... No, I do at Mum and Dad's house, but I just don't have a DVD player anymore because it's not 2001.
That is disrespectful of the streamers.
I know.
That is classic cinema.
Right? Anyway, sorry, back to Drew.
Back to Meghan Trainor on Drew. She revealed this. Now, I think, Jack, you're going to be surprised at my take on this. Have a listen.
My manager, Tommy, he married my husband and I at our first wedding. And then at our, what is it called? When you renew it, that's the word. On my 30th birthday, we got married again because that was my request. Every 5 years, we're getting married.
Ugh.
Every five years, they renew their vows.
Her and Junie Cortez, remember him from Spy Kids? What a film. That's her
I
husband.
actually don't remember him. Because I was too old.
Yeah, and your
for
kids,
Spy Kids.
Your kids would have missed Spy Kids, but it was a great film.
Yeah,
and
it was in that limbo time.
Yeah, her husband was great in it, Junie. But they are getting married every 5 years, and that's just an ick and disgusting, and just be better.
Why do you? And are you surprised to notice that I don't think it's an ick?
Why don't you?
Because I actually think that the renewal of the vows, so the wedding, anyone can do that, and it's all really romantic, and you get carried away, blah blah blah. To go back and renew it means you've spent all that time together. Yeah, I mean, this couple have a toilet, 2 toilets in the same room. Do you remember that story?
Oh, is that her?
They've got 2 toilets and they take dumps together in the
No, don't. You're going to make me not like her.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have reminded you. Yeah, they go to the toilet together in the same room and they've had it custom designed so that they can do that. Right, so they're very close. I feel like the renewal of the vows every 5 years is fantastic.
Why?
Because it's better than getting divorced. Do you know what I mean? So many people get married on that day and then they're miserable the whole time and they don't talk about how miserable they are. By doing the renewal, it means, okay, I would do this again and then I would do this again. It's like an active choice.
Go to dinner. Go have an anniversary dinner every year and discuss it then. Also, I don't even want to see vows at weddings. They're nauseating, let alone every 5 years.
You've been to a lot of weddings.
A lot.
What does your face say when you're hearing nauseating wedding vows?
I think I'm like really good at putting on like my fake smile.
But
this one.
But what are you saying inside? What are you thinking inside?
I want a drink. Give me a drink.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're really getting to know the total lack of tenderness and romance that exists within our friend Jack Charles.
Oi, I have romance. You know this.
No, I don't.
You know, there is romance in me. Tom, don't know. I do. I just don't show it in lame ways.
Well,
I share it between me and that person.
Who?
No,
You've said that, but now you've got to back it up.
No, I'm not. I'm not
because
backing
I am
up
not
publicly.
romantic, and I'll say it. But if you're going to say you're romantic,
I would be with a certain like a right person behind closed doors.
What is your example of romance?
Like having a nice dinner together, or like cuddling up on a couch together to watch Netflix or do something. I know everyone does that, but like I would do that.
Okay, Tom passes.
But I'm not going to go and renew vows in front of people and make people listen to them.
Meghan Trainor not only has renewed her vows, she has made her husband promise to do it every single 5 years.
Ridiculous.
Every 5 years. And I'm assuming that it's like a whole wedding, a whole fresh wedding again. It's guests and food and...
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't mind it because what it says is... I wasn't swept away this time. I wasn't in love with the idea of the party. I'm going to marry you again, and I'm going to marry you again. If I had my time again, I would still choose you and marry you. I like that sentiment.
I appreciate where you're coming from, and so do I, but do you need to do it in front of everyone, or do you need to create an event out of it? Shouldn't you be telling each other that once a week or at dinner... on your annual anniversary?
I think they will do that, but I think something that you and I have missed because we are probably dysfunctional is that people have told me that the reason a wedding is important is because you're saying those things to the person you love that you always say in the kitchen or out for dinner or, as you say, on the couch watching Netflix, but you're declaring it in front of everybody who matters to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get that for a wedding. Like for a wedding. Keyword, a wedding. Not every 5 years.
Well, we disagree. Bianca, what do you think? Renewing of vows. Are you with Jack? Is it the ick or is it good?
No, I think it's so nice. It's such a good way to acknowledge the changes in life and the phases we go through, and then to sit down, recommit to the promises made, adjusting them when needed, supporting each other through all the eras, not just the honeymoon phase, you know, where we initially entered into together.
Yeah. Is that making any sense to you, Jack? Not that this is about changing your mind.
It does. I appreciate a different perspective and I appreciate where Bianca's coming from, but I just feel like
But you do love a wedding. It's free booze.
Oh, totally. I'm the biggest... I love a party.
Yeah, but so is a renewal of the vows. And you probably wouldn't need to bring presents either.
Maybe I just missed the bit where they have to do the vow renewal, because if I have to hear one more time, you are my person, I'm going to end it.
Oh, really? Is that
You're going to the wrong weddings.
Maybe I am, Bianca. Maybe I just need to skip the vows. No, I've been to amazing weddings, like some of the best weddings. But yeah,
is that what people are saying now? You are my person.
Have you noticed that, Bianca? That's the go-to thing in vows. You are my person. I found my person.
Oh, I didn't say that. I was a bit.
What did you say? Did you say you are my best friend?
Well, I walked down the aisle to Fairy Tale of New York, so.
Oh. The old Shane, what's his name? Shane McGowan, R.I.P.
That's it.
You're a vibe, Bianca, and you're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. Michaela,
you think it's lovely?
I do. I think it's absolutely wonderful. If people are together for a while and they're just renewing their vows, saying them, I'd happily do it again. So for my husband and I, it's 18 years this year, and so long as we're both still make it another 2 years, we want to do it in Vegas.
This sounds fun. What would you change in terms of vows from 20 years ago to today? How would that sound different?
Well, we've now got the children. So,
listen, I don't want to get a whole list of your regrets, Michaela. I just want to know.
You're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day in May. Let's really quickly finish with Crystal Swanee.
Hi, Crystal. You are with Jack.
I am. I'm not here for the vow renewals, but I am so down for a party.
Yes! Just the wedding reception part, Crystal.
Yeah, play a slideshow. That's all people need.
Oh, I like
go
it.
and party, drink, have all the fun stuff.
A slideshow.
Yes.
Good idea.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's go to Los Angeles.
Justin Timberlake's brand new studio album, Everything I Thought It Was, is out now to buy, stream, and download.
Turn your radio up. What's up? It's Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Y'all came to party then, huh?
How would you like to fly? Chrissie's JT Jetaway. Come on.
Oh, yeah, it's a JT Jetaway. And I know that the tour is called... Oh, no, the tour is called Forget Tomorrow. There was something else that I was going to say there. What was it? Everything I Thought It Was.
Everything I Thought It Was.
The
new album.
I think everything you think this tour is going to be is going to blow your mind, because there is an article today where Justin Timberlake defies gravity.
What do you mean?
He floats on stage.
Oh, that is some impressive staging.
Absolutely.
I
Now,
feel like he's taken inspo from Kanye there, because Kanye has done something similar. and it was fantastic, so I'm all for it.
I love how much creativity and artistry is going into tours now. It is magical. Renee, how badly do you want to be there to see your saviour, Justin Timberlake?
Oh my God, I've been practicing. Let's do it. I can't wait.
Well, this is your third crack. I mean, we were not expecting this, Renee, that we would get someone so JT-ified to have a crack at this competition. So we are all behind you, okay?
Thank you. You've got a super fan here.
Now, I don't want to wig you out, Renee, but we do have Emily on the line should you screw it up and lose your streak. But we hope you don't.
And I've just noticed that Tara is also online waiting in the wings, Renee.
All right.
All right, no pressure. Are you ready to play? This is how it's going to work. We're going to play a song, and the minute JT stops singing, you, Renee, have to take over word perfect for another chance. You got it?
I got it.
The song is Selfish.
So if I get jealous, I can't
help it.
I want every bit of you.
I'm selfish. It's bad for my mental, but I can't fight it when you're out looking.
All right, shut up now, Renee. We get it. You bloody did it.
You keep that phone on, girlfriend, because we're going to be calling you same time tomorrow for another crack.
All right, let's back it up.
Register via the Nova Player app if you'd like to take on Renee tomorrow. JT's brand new studio album, Everything I Thought It Was, is out now to buy, stream and download.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Stick around for Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel, because someone is going to win $10,000.
Chrissie's Clickbait.
Tom, I've brought you in from outside. How are you?
Good afternoon, I'm great.
We're all here. I've got some very important news to tell you after I talk about John Bon Jovi.
Okay.
John Bon Jovi, you know that he was my king and saviour before Taylor Swift.
And would you still say he's your king, as you would say SW?
What's SW? Still would. Oh my God, John Bon Jovi, yes, still would. I would have given my best Esprit jumper for him to just look at me in the late 80s and 90s. And he has confessed. I mean, listen, I think he's under mentioned it a bit. He mentions 100 girls in this quote. I would say there'd be 10,000. Have a listen.
I'm a rock and roll star. I'm not a saint. You know, I'm not saying that there weren't 100 girls in my life. I'm John Bon Jovi. It was pretty good. But if you think I was ever going to jeopardize my anything for believing the narcissist in me was real, what a stupid thing to do.
100 girls, you're a sweet kid, JBJ.
Also, I love him the way he just says, I'm John Bon Jovi.
Exactly, as if you wouldn't be John Bon Jovi if you were John Bon Jovi.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Own it, brother.
Also, do yourself a favour, get on your music app and listen to Bad Medicine. Just do yourself a favour. You will lose your mind. Now, we're moving on to some sad news for you, Tom and Jack, both of you.
We're devastated. It's all Tom and I have been talking about today.
You wonderful, wonderful boys. Vanderpump Rules is pausing production and they will not film this summer to give cast members a break.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's honestly just finish the show. If you're going to take a year off, finish the show. Don't give us this crap.
It's OVAH.
It sure is, and so are we. Bye!
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.